Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel Keep Learning Initiative. My name is Ayushman and today we are going to cover 9 more idiomatic expressions with hand. And before this part 2, this is the part 2, and before this part also I have made one more part on 18 idiomatic expression with hand part 1. So if you want to view that video also, then there is a link that will be provided by me in the description box below, or otherwise you can just click on that link that is just right over here. Okay? So now, today we are going to cover 9 more idiomatic expressions with hand, and then we'll cover all 18 idiomatic expressions with hand. So now, let's begin with the first idiomatic expression. And that idiomatic expression is know like the back of your hand. Okay, so if I ask you that, how's your hand at the back? Well, you will know it very well, right? Similarly, in this idiomatic expression, we are not talking about a person, but over here we are talking about a place that a person knows very well. Meaning, the person knows that place from such a long time that he knows that place very well. Okay? So now let's have a look at an example for know like the back of your hand. She lived in Sydney for 20 years. She knows that city like the back of her hand. Okay? So this is how you're going to use like the back of your hand. So now let's have a look at the next idiomatic expression. And that is hands down. Okay. So what you have heard from the police when they catch a criminal? Well, they say hands up, right? But they speak in a more harsh, cheeky manner. But here I am speaking in a normal tone. So why do they say it? Because they have a doubt that what if the criminal has a gun, right? So in this idiomatic expression, the meaning of hands down is that when we don't have a doubt related to a person, and that person or thing is obvious. Okay? So now let's have a look at a sentence for hands down. Seema was hands down the best basketball player at the competition. Okay? So this is how you are going to use hands down. So now let's have a look at the next idiomatic expression. And that is a hand me down. So if someone is giving you a thing or an object that has been firstly passed from one person to another person, then that is called a hand me down. So for example, let's say that if there is a car and that car was previously expensive as it was purchased from a market, and there the price is a lot expensive. We have to pay an arm and leg for it. Okay? So, when we give that car to someone else after purchasing it, then it is known as a hand me down. Okay? So, this is how you are going to use a hand me down. So, now let's have a look at the next idiomatic expression, and that is second hand. So now over here, second hand is an idiomatic expression that is entirely different from the idiomatic expression that we have just read now. The previous idiomatic expression, a hand me down. But this idiomatic expression, that is second hand, is when you hear something from another person or a source, right? So for example, if you went in a party, there was a party, it was conducted, but if you didn't went to that party and you also didn't knew about it, then you will say that I wasn't at the party, I only heard it second hand, which means I heard it from another person, or we can say source. But over here, another person will be more better than source. Okay? So this is how you are going to use second hand. So now let's have a look at the next idiomatic expression. And that idiomatic expression is in good hands. Okay, so what can you understand from this idiomatic expression? If you are living in a person's house for just one day, then if that person takes care of you in a pleasant manner, in a good manner, in a delightful manner, and who is knowledgeable, it can either be a pleasant person or either it can be a knowledgeable person, then you know what? You are in good hands. Okay? So now let's have a look at a sentence for in good hands. Don't worry, your car is in good hands because William is an excellent mechanic. Okay? So this is how you are going to use in good hands. So now let's have a look at the next idiomatic expression, and that is to have a hand in. Okay, so if you have a hand in something, it means that you are having a role in something. Okay, so now this is how you are going to use to have a hand in. So now let's have a look at the next idiomatic expression, and that is to take your matters in own hands or into own hands. So what do you think is its meaning? Well, the meaning of this idiomatic expression is that when you take an action or a problem on yourself, because other people are not able to solve that problem, then this idiomatic expression is going to be used at that time. Okay? So now this is how you are going to use take matters into own hands. So now let's have a look at the next idiomatic expression, and that is to tip your hand. Okay, if you are tipping your hand in something, it means that you are revealing your secret to someone, and those secrets can especially be your plans, future plans, or it can also be your opinions. Okay? So now let's have a look at a sentence for to tip your hand. The director tipped his hand on the plans for his next flick. So over here, the director has revealed his secrets about the next flick that he's going to make. Okay? So this is how you are going to use to tip your hand. So now let's have a look at the 18th idiomatic expression and the last idiomatic expression for the day. And before starting this idiomatic expression, I want to tell you that this is mostly a mistake that we make while speaking or while writing too. And this idiomatic expression, or I may say this mistake, has also been discussed in one of my videos, that is common errors that we make while speaking. So if you want to see that video, then I'll be providing its link in the description box below, or simply you can just click over here. Okay? So now let's begin with that idiomatic expression, and that is on one hand and your sentence, then comma, on the other hand and your sentence. So what do you think it is used for? Well, this idiomatic expression has been used to compare two aspects of a situation. Okay? So now let's have a look at a sentence for this idiomatic expression. On one hand, my job pays well, but on the other hand, it's very stressful. So over here, we are comparing two aspects of a same situation. Okay? So this is how you are going to use this 18th idiomatic expression. So this was all for today. Thank you for watching my video and please do like, share and subscribe. I'll be coming back with more new videos. Till then, you keep smiling and keep studying. And now, this is me Ayushman signing off for the day. Adieu, amigos.